Hey there, everyone.
All
Sorry
the
if I
world
look
holds
kind of
dear
dead.
is
I
but
could
that
turn on
hope
this
of
light a little
constant
bit,
motion.
but we're not going to deal with that. We're just
I
going to
stand
kind of go
before it,
in, do our own
alone
little
and
thing here.
unchanging.
Now, for reference, this is way after I recorded the main storyline. So, if things don't seem fresh, that is why. Also, I seem kind of ill, sickly. It's because I happen to have caught COVID for the second time in my life. And, I'm recovering much faster this time around, but it's still not fun. I'm definitely still feeling it a little bit. I don't know if my voice is all there yet, but who cares right now? It's all about time to hang out with Kirara before the event is gone in 15 hours and 17 minutes. 7 minutes. I can read, guys. Don't worry.
The world remains constant
But,
over the
yeah. Here
centuries,
goes nothing.
but
Let's
human
go.
life is like the dew at...
So, are you all set? Ready to start investigating?
As ready as I'll ever be. We're all good.
Great! Then let's go! I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before.
I imagine not. I imagine we need to walk at our own pace.
Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there.
Why not?
It might suddenly collapse in on you.
I mean, I'm willing to take the chance. If it's a good nice area, why not?
Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask?
Is there people here actually?
Aha! Over there.
Oh.
I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look.
She's so excited. Okay, let's go. I love her energy. I'm here for it.
Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
I mean, who's to say you're wrong yet?
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
I was not expecting a voice randomly.
What? Who said that?
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived.
Oh my
on scene.
god.
They saw a narrow path off to the side.
Okay, but which side?
The Hilichurl one.
Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Will this work? Are we able to, talk our way out of the situation?
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out. Although, perhaps a small part of the blame could be attributed to my dull narration.
Oh, okay. There's some compromise there.
Alright, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to wealth and glory.
Wealth and glory. Are we gonna find treasure?
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what? Then what?
Yeah. I guess we're gonna have to travel to find out. It's the left-handed
At
side.
the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the future marquis's abode to be. You like it? The future marquis's abode to be? Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
That was a little bit boastful.
But before you
It was
continue, I
boastful.
must warn you of the danger that lies ahead. For example, under no circumstances should you sit on the chair in the center.
The
Otherwise,
chair in the center?
consequences could be a bit embarrassing.
What if I want to sit on the chair in the center of wherever it is we need to? There!
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides. This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world outside.
Wait, new voices. Who are they?
So we can't sit in the middle chair? It does seem to have the glue.
With wood
Right.
and earthenware strewn all around, The demon feline's fury can't be quelled, reducing them to rubble on the ground. She finds the vessel's vacant save for...
Air. In the name of the elders of our 3 tribes, we hereby form this pact. From that from this day forth, our peoples shall harm one another no more. No more shall we drip glue into each other's breakfasts. Oh my god. Nor strike each other's heads with pickaxes. Oh. No, nor secretly drink growth serum that does not belong to us. We acknowledge the truth that has been determined by the great clockwork key, and we shall see that the family of truth as supreme. 3 witnesses to history within the future Marquis, abode to be, quietly awaiting the Marquis of Carabas, who is foretold will pluck up the great clockwork key. Let this esteemed one guide us, revealing 1 truth and 2 fictions. Of course, if the highest house has not been selected, then we may yet contend in private, within permissible limits. But no more glue. It does far too much harm, and is utterly inhumane. And hitting each other in the head with a pickaxe isn't? I think that has to be far more.
Epic poetry, and enthralled by the outstanding storytelling, the Outlanders knew what their next objective was.
Sit in chair.
Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Cafe, I just realized you
Cafe?
said we all had to speak like bards, but every time
With wood and earthenware strewn all around, the demon
I
feline's
didn't mean to
fury
cut them off.
can't be quelled, reducing them to rubble on the ground.
strong as stone, firm as steel, the Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
This has happened many times before. but
Violence.
this time is different. A thought, and
The attack now over, only one final step remains.
Now it is the time to seize the key.
We got it.
but alas, as was the case for all those who had come before, the key still did not move an inch.
Wait, what? They got it out?
Of course we did.
Finally! Come on, move your butts and your legs, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
No hard feelings about your lack of poetic contributions?
Oh, let it go!
For now. Anyways, what do you guys have to do with this?
I noticed that too. It's one standard for us and another for you. That's not fair, Cape.
What's this about?
Ah, welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historical supervisors.
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves who
Okay.
shall remove the clockwork key.
So, kind of like Grandpa Almond.
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right?
Look at her go.
You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
Who?
Huh? Wait.
And thus was born the long-awaited fellowship, destined to uncover the truth of the past. Allow me to quote, if I may, in the history of Constellation Metropole, a new page has begun.
Do they hear the narrator right now, or is that just us?
Him.
Kirara's just like, yeah, I'm kind of done.
Well, there's no 4th person, so which of you is the ventriloquist? Come on, out with it.
Oh, so they just blatantly don't know who the other person could be. Oh, okay. That is pretty interesting.
We've
I thought they
never
would.
heard that voice before, but he sounds like he'd be good at reading bedtime stories to children.
I'm not gonna lie, that does sound like something he could do.
Well, whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on. Like, where our journey goes from here.
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve. However, between our 3 clans, there is some dispute over the
Sounded
historical
like it.
record.
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale of the dragon of old. And unfortunately, we don't know which one is the truth.
Yeah, all of you wanted to embellish your side of the story probably, and then in the name of making one of the others look worse, you'd write them off as worse, yeah.
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
I was wondering if they're referring to Durin, but
Oh, no,
Yeah.
not that one, you adorable little pixie.
Dragon
When
of
I
Old.
say Dragon of Old,
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times.
Okay.
The new one has nothing to do with our clan history.
So no new little tiny tidbits about mini Durin right now.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you've been waiting for someone to remove the key so you can finally explore the truth of the past?
I feel like there has to be more to it than that, but maybe.
not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always bothering us about it.
Cape does seem to be very insistent.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have to know that before we can decide which is the supreme clan.
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble outlander.
Call me Naoto.
Noble traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us. You and your talking Puss in Boots and the pale floating
pixie. Yeah, thank you. They have names too, though.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than Demon Feline, but still.
That is true. It is a little bit of an upgrade.
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak, do they?
This is also true.
I'm not even a cat. I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will be much easier to explain what needs to be done once we are there.
Cape leads the party to the so-called sacred site, you know?
This place
gonna
is
get us.
sacred to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms against the dragon of old. After a bitter battle that dragged on for many days and nights, finally, our forefathers fought the dragon into submission, and it fled. They took turns, though.
Okay.
Some forefathers worked the day shift, while others worked the night shift.
That's efficient. That's really good. So they worked shifts while the poor dragon had to work around the clock. That is also true. That poor dragon was like just non-stop.
So they say. It's just a legend, though.
Wait a second? Did I just hear you admit that your clan's history is just a legend?
Well, until you guys can prove whose is real, all of them are just legends.
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous, that's the point. That's the truth. And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for all these years?
Until we have actual facts, your stuff is just legends. And you want us to find out which one's the more accurate of the three.
Cape's words gave the traveller food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to fiction in the real world?
Okay, now that you've put it that way, that is true. Is just like Durin's supposed to be literally in reference to our Durin, just with a happier outcome. Can this be similar? Why is there a chest there? Anyways.
But that would have to wait. Apparently, Cape was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. Unwanted company had arrived.
Here we go.
The traveller and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some manners.
Nice to know that the narrator wanted to listen to, Kirara's request. Who is the narrator? I hope we find out at the end here. Oh, shoot. I was not expecting to use her.
True display of heroism and valor.
Yeah.
It was as if the spirits of my ancestors were fighting.
Oh, that fight went too quick.
Your
I'm sorry.
martial prowess and show of courage are a more vivid reenactment of my ancestors' feats that suit the modern aesthetic. Now, let's get down to business.
Okay.
As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow line by line, page by page, or frame by frame, but usually it flows in the form of springs and gears. And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and make the past reappear.
Okay, so we're finding out, like, directly.
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. Gears power the body, while the body is the vessel of the conscious mind.
Okay.
But the
I mean,
mind
hey.
cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an endless continuum of moments as the pinion of now turns along the rack of ages.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the Sumeru Academia.
I will admit, this does sound like we're at the academia and we've ran into a student trying to finish their final.
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied, time, and repeated the argument we just heard.
Okay.
The teacher then turned to Cape and posed the same question. He replied, Boberano.
Okay.
The manuscript that tells the truth of the historical record, the blueprint to all of creation, the work of the great mage themselves. It can be found at the beginning of the Girak, and on the very first page of the book.
Paimon didn't follow all that, but basically...
Yes.
you're
Effectively,
just saying
yes.
that we need to put the key in and turn it all the way back?
That's kind of what's being said.
Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, the goddess of creation took the goddess of fate's manuscript as a blueprint, placed it under the goddess of prophecy's starry realm, and generated the world from a few magic arrays. So in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turns the local time here back to the very beginning, we will restore the magic arrays back to their original configurations.
Hold on. Isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little
It does
dangerous?
sound like it.
Also, how are we supposed to know the original configurations of the magic arrays?
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. They now form the family crests of each of our clans. So you'll just need to reference my family crest and join the dots accordingly.
I figure this might be how we figure out if that's true, because Cape is very confident that'll be his family crest. Shape of Valor. So, a Z.
To address your other concern, when the house has already been built, do you really think that taking away the construction crew and blueprint will cause it to collapse?
The Traveller Marquis prepares to insert the great clockwork key into the nearby keyhole.
Okay, whatever you say, man. Here goes nothing. Now, if I remember correct... Okay, we have to do it from here. Just beat it up. Okay. From which way is it facing?
I guess we should start here?
Here? Well then... Maybe? Yes. Ta-da!
Behold, the sacred writings that record the truth of... No, wait. That have shaped the truth of history. Gather round and let us bear witness.
Brave Francois mounted the haystack, picked up a fork, and planted it in it tines down atop the mountain of grass. Behind him was a large, bright moon. He shouted out the names of everyone in the village. The village chief was first to be named, and so frightened was he that he wished to climb up the haystack and stop Francois' mouth. Are you crazy? You're yelling so loudly the dragon might show up. You good for nothing? Have you not seen how the windmill everyone built has been destroyed by the dragon? And here you are, worrying if it'll return? Francois really would have loved to kick him off the haystack, but held back, given that the chief, too, was worried for the villagers' safety. Francois saw that nigh all the villagers had arrived, and so he cleared his throat. Dear neighbors and kin, think you still that we must endure this? No, of course not. But we cannot do anything about the dragon, said, who says so? Did I not leap onto its neck from the windmill blades, stepping on it twice, and did it not fall down and flee? Perhaps everyone worked so hard to build the mill that was destroyed. Everyone's emotions became inflamed. Their fist. They decided to take on the dragon, maybe. But Francois lifted his own hands and calmed the crowd. Let us go home for today. Everyone's present lack of self-preservation is not bravery, but rather wrath. If we yet desire to face danger after calming ourselves, only then may we truthfully call our sentiment valor. So everyone went home. The next day, there were still many youngsters who wished to follow Francois to take on the wicked dragon. Who would have known that the valiant possessed the protection of the goddess's radiant charter? Encountering true valor, the dragon could neither spout fire nor slash with its claws, and was forced to allow the other party to call pauses and switch personnel. And so, after several days and nights of fierce fighting, the wicked dragon could no longer bear it, and chose to surrender. AA.
Feast your eyes, rejoice, and cheer, for this is the unquestionable truth. Look at the signature. Nobody is capable of forging that.
Okay.
I don't believe it. So, all along, our histories have been false?
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow from his is true that ours are false.
Yeah, there could be, let's say maybe his has, ending bits or something. If we put them all together, there might still be truths in all of them.
That might be the most bogus logic I've ever heard. But keep up the mental gymnastics, Boberano. I've been waiting for that look of jealousy on your face my whole life, and I'm gonna savor it.
Dude, literally, you're trying to talk about your history. Don't get egotistical over this, bud.
And yet, it seemed that this conundrum could indeed
Yeah.
have more than one solution. Everyone agreed that there may be more than one truth.
Exactly. God, Cape.
The party decided to visit the sacred sites of the other clans and see what their documents had to say.
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? It feels like you're forcing a narrative agenda on us here.
What do you mean? You're the only one who thinks that this is the only truth. All of us actually sat there and are probably thinking there could be more to this story. So, actually, I think the narrator is pushing us in the right direction.
Oh, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. The instructions say to repeat the process 3 times, and besides, I'm looking forward to watching you both be sorely disappointed.
I don't know. I think you might be disappointed, buddy.
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
Okay. We're going to Boberano's side.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out.
Oh,
Yoink!
okay, man. Easy to get. Not me getting lost. I want the directions. I think it's this guy, yeah. Navigate. We're in the city now. Got it. Oh, sorry, guys. I really want to get this done. I once I realized it was actually a voice thing and I just missed it. I didn't want to miss it. I just might not be able to read any more long notes out loud.
The party finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
Okay.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Oh, let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
I can't wait till we find out that there's more to the story than your history, dude. Because goddamn, are you so annoying.
You done? Okay.
There we go.
Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Let us find the note first, buddy.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
Thank you.
Shut up, Cape.
Even the narrator's telling you to shut up. I think there's a problem.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano. Let those be my last words.
Okay, so you're not going to speak again?
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the Dragon of Old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
Okay, so his clan supposedly beat the dragon. Over here they're saying that they, outwitted and basically stole from the dragon. Those two don't clash.
So,
those make sense.
Next step is open the door?
Seems like it.
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system. We
Smart
have to answer its
interrogation?
questions, and if we get them wrong, we will alert law enforcement.
I mean, hey, that's smart.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. No, I don't know the answers.
Okay, I may have agreed with you that he needed to shut up, but if you're gonna lead us here, at least have an idea of what your answers are.
But worry not. I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong. So
Okay, you at least
answer
did that.
without fear.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty smart. There is no response from the door and nothing unusual about it. Knock on the door.
Question 1. Who is it?
Who is it?
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots.
Get in character.
And the trusty travel guide, Pixie!
Travel guide.
Trusty travel guide!
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
By which virtue? I really want to say courage and strength, because I really think all of them played a part in doing something against the dragon. And maybe they're just not agreeing with it because they're all trying to take the claim for it.
Oh, no, don't say that. Even though the writings you saw do prove that Raven...
You do realize we can hear everything you're saying, right?
If you say it out loud, you'll only set those three off arguing again. Thinking it is fine, but please promise me you won't say it.
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
So are they trying to say hard work and wisdom? Because they're trying to say they outsmarted like they did, so I'd assume that would mean wisdom, technically.
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct!
I guess whatever you're about to do, you're about to do it, man.
What? A barefaced lie. So low.
Technically, wisdom is part of it, though. With wisdom, it made sure that you guys held off for a day to rest up.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth of this world?
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside a novel?
That would be horrifying, depending on the
There is no way
situation.
to know, therefore both are equally real.
All correct. You may have the key, pedestal.
Okay, that was not that difficult. The door opens and a puff of smoke
Traveler
wafts out.
Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key. Oh, and this is my family crest.
Literally a key. Okay, so just a circle and then down. Okay, we can do this. Nothing too difficult here. I was eyeing down these chests. Are they real? I want them desperately. Anyways, let's do this. And okay. So start here.
Do we really need this one?
We might. Oh yeah, we don't need it. Smart call there, because I did not look up the stairs. I genuinely did not think that through. But I think it goes like this. And then we go down here. And just here.
Now, let me see what...
What elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to conjure up.
Shut it.
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Tappy.
Okay, we get it. Both of you are probably going to end up in a dire situation. But anyways, moving on. Here is the words. Radiant Charter, and within was a something, all the rules that every being in Similanka must follow. This book recorded no solutions as to resolving the difficulty that Constellation Satellite presently faced, nor did it contain any hexes that could aid Antonio in repairing his own home. But he knew that wisdom was the mightiest thing in the world. I shall defeat the dragon. I will return soon. Are you sure you're all right? You don't look like you got any sleep. Just smoke from the oil lamp. Don't worry about it. Oh? I refuse a duel. You cannot use force. The restriction did indeed exist, and so the wicked dragon swallowed its flames whole. Ah, how it dreaded going to the toilet tomorrow. Antonio, for his part, had not expected that the second-class rust-clearing Meister qualifications exam he had taken on Lark would come in useful. A duel of riddles you cannot refuse. Oh, Jesus. Is he saying he literally won from, like, all of that? I do have to burn a house, and you happen to not to be home. So I might as well hit one that doesn't result in any loss of life. Now that you've lost this contest, I have the right to loot the same value as your life, -1 mora. And considering that you've burned my house, I can seek damages. Let's assume that my house is worth just 1 mora. Well then, wicked dragon, you know what to do with yourself. Please spare me, I'll give you anything. Your words, not mine, Antonio said, as he pulled out a contract he had written long ago. Hey! Same signature! Look down here!
Look! My clan's history is true as well!
Yeah.
That same unforgeable signature again, right here!
Yep. No matter what you say there, that is the unmistakable truth.
What? Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
Well, we'd have to confirm that for ourselves, but so far, it seems like 2 out of the 3 are accurate.
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
I would like to think that they probably all are.
Boberano? How can that be?
Because it's not like they're all arguing the same thing necessarily.
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under.
I see where this is going, okay.
Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi. But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I...
Hey, she just didn't want to give you a fair fight. That's not your fault.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Exactly.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests. And
Oh,
unlike
thank
the
you.
guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of Boberano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
Okay. I'm all
Guess
for
I'll
that.
take the clockwork key again then.
Yep.
Yoink!
Wonder what we're gonna find at the end of this little venture, though. Let me grab these free little things, you know? Nothing cool or fancy, but they're free. Oh. A cabbage. They were dancing around a cabbage. Okay, it's up top. Got it. Nothing scary or odd here. I'm sorry, birdies. No one saw that. I was very innocent. So many giant guards. Is there like something? Pretty view. If you're not scared of heights, like if you're scared of heights, don't get that close. That was pretty horrifying if I'm being honest.
The cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant guard towering over them.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredibly strong. Your weapons won't even scratch him.
Wait, but wasn't Kappe's clan the one that's all about strength? So, what do you guys believe in then?
Oh, the guard is one of Kappe's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan of strength, after all. Mine is the clan of empathy. And our key contribution is growth serum.
What's empathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us any harm at all.
Yeah, like maybe he was just walking around and couldn't see you guys.
Since we are so very tiny.
I mean, that kind of definitely held true with Durin, but it wasn't that he didn't see you. You guys saw him and just instantly thought he was a fucking murderer, so, you know, there's that.
So, they drank the growth serum and grew even larger than the dragon. Then, they set the dragon down, calmly explained their perspective, and eventually taught it how to empathize.
Okay. I like that to be true. But I mean, the dragon did accept the rules, like with riddles and all of that.
The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your empathy. So, I advise we take a detour.
It makes you lose your empathy now? What happened? You guys had it figured out back then. What do you do?
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard, they think to themselves, if we could just try to understand one another. You could, of course, just take the path to your left and go around. But some people are gluttons for punishment. It's all part of the experience, I suppose.
I'm not really in the mood for a challenge. You know? There are times I would love to do some extra combat.
Why is my own clan treating me like a villain?
You've been away too long. We all have. Feels like we've been waiting forever.
Yeah, that's what sucks about the situation. I want to break all of these boxes. The urge is strong.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to return it without the original packaging? We'll never find the Oracle Pillars in all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve the issue.
Oh, okay. Is it just a star? There's no line here. Does it go? I think it literally goes out like that. So wherever the middle is, and then go around. I think.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys have a bit of everything, don't ya? Except empathy.
Yeah, it does seem like that's the case now. Let's see, hold on.
Over here! Yes! Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard.
Oh, fine. I understand, but man.
I'll go keep watch.
Okay, so I think from here... Yeah, here. If I can... Come on. thought for sure that would alert them. Like this, I think. I fucked up.
Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty?
I'm just trying to think. Okay, hold on. Is it the other way around? Or does it start here? Boom. And then... Do-do-do. Let's see. How do you undo it? Not me not knowing how to undo it. They're really trying to make me figure it out. There we go. Okay, so... Oh, but it starts here. Oh no. No, that's still wrong. Unlike last time, I'm trying to debate if we need... Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe? I don't know.
Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest.
I wasn't trying
How could they
to...
let something so important?
Hey, can't you destroy the boxes a little more quietly?
No. Hold on.
This is the guard's headquarters. If we can just explain the situation, I'm sure the giant guard will be
Oh,
less
I didn't
hostile
mean to
towards
trigger
us.
this, but maybe this is smart.
What are you doing? I'm busy reminiscing about old times with a photo of my friend.
I know that voice. Is that
Winston? Oh, hey.
So, you come crawling back.
Yeah, this might have been a mistake. This might have been a bad
I
idea.
am your only friend in this world. What were you thinking? Running off on a mission with 2 complete strangers. You are so naive. Oh, I'll make friends with them. I know I will. But in the end, I alone am waiting for you. I alone am your friend.
You're not really talking like a friend right now, if I'm being honest, but like, are you gonna come out, be a giant, and apparently have no empathy?
That's not true. It's not just those two. There's the Traveler Marquis and his companion, too.
You made other friends behind my back? Well, look at you, LBC, all grown up. That's the last straw. Get out of here. I never want to see your face again.
Okay, then.
Actually, no. Why don't you lift the emergency measures for a second and let me in? I have a VIP with me, and we're very close to solving the mystery of our sacred site.
I said get out!
Well, look at that. Oh, okay. It's okay. I need to figure out the puzzle. I'm assuming we might need all of it then. I'm just getting confused because of where it starts. That's what throws me off a little bit. But anyway, you sneak back in. Yeah. Hey, look, and everything's destroyed now. And then I can finally... Kinda look at this again. Because it seems kind of close by, right? I don't think it makes any sudden changes, so it's like...
There are leaves around. And I know
In?
just the tune
The
to
issue is I
accompany
think it
them.
needs to go around,
If you
right?
wish
So I
to
think I'm
hear.
doing it in the wrong order. That's what it is. I'm doing it in the wrong order. maybe like yeah. I think I just fucked up the order. Okay, I still fucked up the order, I think. But I think I'm more on it this time. Right? Does it, like, really need this guy? I really don't think it does. Because it's... Oh, maybe it... Shit, maybe it does. Okay, wait. I don't know how I'm supposed to get that middle thing going. There's none... I swear there's none here.
Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty?
Hold on. This is Mona's thing all over again, guys. If you don't believe me, go check out an old summer event.
Albizi's clan's fault for taking
in Man, trust me, it's
How could they let something so important get so
pretty
dirty?
hideous. Cause yeah, you see the line. I'm fucking up at the middle. Like, how do I get the middle? Why does it have to start here? Maybe I should have put it to this. Well, I don't know.
Apparently that was...
Yeah, no, that's atrocious.
But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty?
I literally just repeated it in the wrong fashion. I'm
Apparently
truly
that was
failing.
Incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty?
Excuse me. While I while I'm totally trying to do this legitly. I don't know why this is so hard for... There we go. Crest. Genshin. I just need it to make sense to me.
Surely enough
I
to
think
convince anyone
from this
to
one
become a
image it
wanderer.
kind of does. Okay, hold on. So, standing from here, I think. Yeah, okay. No, that makes so much more sense. I feel like I might have tried this at some point, but I didn't do it in a smart manner. Anyways, that makes... Yeah. There you go. I'm just an idiot. Thank you for struggling with me.
Last one.
Thank you for joining the struggle. Many good deeds. Okay. Sorry, again, not reading it. Will admit, talking's a little bit painful. Ooh, okay. The anti-dragon wall and told all of the people that they were preparing to have a talk with the evil dragon. Oh, here's where some of the stuff is cut out. Okay. The dragon, something up in terror. All of its something. In fell aura, forever gone indeed. It even looked kind of pitiful. Okay. The dragon nodded repeatedly, and thus did the two and the dragon chat all night, believing the goal of mutual understanding achieved, and the two set off along the road home. Okay.
The signature.
Signature is there.
So it's true. Empathy is one of the founding virtues of Constellation Metropole, too.
Yeah, no, I did think from the beginning all of those were real.
Just as we suspected, all three are the truth.
Okay. Well, this is a lot to process. I feel a little empty inside. Yes, we found the truth, but there's too much truth.
I get you. It's like in Inazuma, when there were only 6 books in the Mirage Warrior series, it was really popular.
Okay, I mean, kind of similar notion, I guess.
But by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it. They'd all lost interest.
You know, I thought you were going to say, like, book 10 or something. 10 to maybe 15 max. 88?
A brief moment of joy
They were milking
is
that.
drowned out by a growing feeling of melancholy. But perhaps there is a glimmer of hope to be found too? Anyone? Anyone? All right.
Can all be
I'll
true at
say it.
once?
How is it the case that these 3 versions of history can all be true at once?
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but Boborano kind of already explained it away earlier. So Paimon was worried she'd look stupid for asking.
No, that's not, like, it's not a dumb question.
It's not a stupid question at all, my
Yeah.
dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue when it comes to these 3 truths in particular. The problem is, all 3 truths are the history of the exact same
The
thing.
dragon and, yeah,
Namely,
the origin,
dragon
yeah.
and the Metropole's origins. Yet all 3 bear the signature, showing that they're genuine.
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
What
The
the?
bell.
Oh,
It rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps and place them outside the gates!
oh dear.
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
Okay, guys, we're getting out of here.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is 1 ring the highest level of emergency?
That is
Obviously,
true,
because
why-
You have to respond fast when it's an emergency. It'd be a bit
Okay.
too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
Well, the second someone started panic hitting a bell, I'd be like, oh shit, this is serious. I wouldn't
Time to
need,
go.
you know, I wouldn't need them to, like, hit a specific number and then I'd be like, oh, man, that's serious. I like, just someone panic hitting it, that's all I needed, you know?
We made it out. Don't know if we'll still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Good thinking, good thinking. We might actually need it. You never know.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I doubt anyone here in Simulanka could make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Yep.
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this. And all these manuscripts are her grand design.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth. So we just have to accept it. As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken. It is clear and incontrovertible.
We will never argue again.
I doubt that.
Thank you all.
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny has led us to? A pointlessly happy ending?
What's your goal in all this, narrator? At first, I didn't agree with Kape, but now it seems like you're trying to lead us somewhere. What else is there here?
Overthinking it would be equally pointless. Well, that's enough for one day.
A break?
Time to take a break.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something. Paimon knows it.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Let's
Be
leave it
careful,
there for today,
buddy.
then. I'm sure we'll find out what else Mr. Narrator has planned for us tomorrow.
Okay. Next day. Not that, but yeah. 8 next day. Let's go. I wonder how long this quest is. I know I stalled it a little bit by not knowing how to fucking make that family crest, but I do need to sleep a little bit to hopefully be in good shape later.
Thought the traveler before he was overcome by a creeping sense of foreboding.
What?
The voice in his head grew louder. Must go to Pendulum Lane.
Why do we need to go to Pendulum Lane? Okay, yeah. I knew I didn't do this yet. There we go. Nothing? Oh. You don't care about me helping you. I get it. But what's happening over here, though? Something appears to have happened up ahead.
Pendulum Lane is just up ahead. Something must have happened here after all. Everyone's
What?
scattered around.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Is this the murder weapon? Okay.
Oh my god, this is terrible! I don't understand. The 3 great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground. Kape!
How did this happen?
Yeah, no, like, how'd this go from we're not gonna argue again to Kape down?
Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
Last words? What did he say?
Technically, those weren't his last words, but I mean, now that you've said that, man, you're making yourself look suspicious.
If I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano.
I don't want to suspect you. But man, you fessed up to something that's gonna get him arrested so quick.
Ugh, you could have at least pretended to not remember it.
I'm sorry, Boberano, but this is an interrogation. I have to give the detective straight answers.
But those weren't actually his last words. He said that when he was angry and you guys were fighting, so technically it wasn't. Whatever.
Don't worry, Boberano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to
Wait.
charge anyone with a crime. So, are you the last people to have had contact with him?
I need the narrator to speak again real quick.
My sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? Oh, it's a real tragedy. I'm afraid he'll be out cold for another hour and a half, at least.
Okay. I mean, at least he's not out cold permanently.
Huh?
Things work differently here, Paimon.
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first being replacing their gear oil with extra strong glue.
So, Cape's not dead?
Doesn't seem like it.
His gears, metal frame, and shell are all still in excellent condition.
Okay.
It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. Wait. But surely you can't be suggesting that just because Cape isn't broken, there's no need to go looking for the culprit.
No, we're not suggesting that. It's just when we see him lying there motionless, like, on the floor, we think he's dead.
No, there's a need.
Yeah.
Need.
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning into a cold case. There's no evidence and no witnesses. Unless there's an official clockwork pedestal, the goddess of prophecy around here somewhere. Excuse me.
Around here? What are you trying to hint at?
The long-lost dragon of old flew across the sky.
Is he the narrator? Like, the voices it may just be the same person voicing them, but that seemed a little odd.
Where?
Just gonna say it.
I didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
Oh, shit, you're stuck.
My mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Or something.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
If only we could turn time backwards and replay the crime.
Isn't that one of those,
Yeah.
clockwork socket things right behind you?
So it is. No wonder everyone here is suddenly struggling to move. Traveller, if you please, let's recreate the crime scene.
Okay, here goes nothing. Okay.
The crime seems too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Whoa. They both turned around, and then... Oh. What? He fell over. Did...
Well, that clears it up. Cape was walking along the street, and he suddenly collapsed. He was faking.
Okay, yeah, no, for a second I thought he was, like, actually harmed. And okay, okay.
What? So case closed? Aren't you supposed to investigate a little more first?
It is true. What if there's actually an issue? I don't know.
Well, we literally replayed the crime scene and saw it with our own eyes. There's no need for any evidence gathering or powers of deduction now. And besides, maybe the truth is inherently strange by nature. Like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories, each of which is the truth.
But didn't you say Cape was struck in the back of the head and knocked unconscious?
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against a toilet bowl before leaving the house. Then walked here in a daze before finally passing out.
I mean, it looked like he was talking to those two before they happened. Did it seem like he was in a daze?
As for why he might have done that, my guess is... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered, and the tension in Constellation
A new source of
Metropole
conflict.
suddenly wiped away, he was looking to create a new source of conflict.
They did want to decide which family would, like, become the head, essentially, right?
Only then would the city feel alive again.
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a pretty complicated conspiracy for the average Simulanka resident.
I mean, he wasn't really happy with the truth about the histories, though.
Traveler, something about the crime scene
Yeah.
isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural.
Like, I could see Cape being dramatic, but something's up in general. Like, I also agree with that.
Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Is it possible that something was missing from the scene?
That is true. If it was out of frame, out of the window, we wouldn't have seen it.
Why don't we search the area?
Wait, what are you doing?
There's literally a pickaxe. I wonder if that could be it.
Oh, we're gonna head to Catbay's house to
Yeah.
check the toilet bowl for signs of an impact.
Yeah, we need to make sure it was really the toilet bowl that did this to him. Let me check here. Here's one. Knew it.
What is it doing all the way down here? There's gotta be a story behind it. Let's take it.
Let's talk to them.
Hello there. Have you seen my spear by any chance?
Oh, a spear is missing. Oh, dear.
Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute ago, and I instinctively threw it into the sky. Yeah.
Mr. Detective, you seem a little sus.
There's a spear here.
Yeah.
Looks so mysterious.
I'm pretty sure it's the pickaxe, but... Oh, the shop owner.
You're not from these parts, are you? Just visiting?
Yep, that's right. Why? What's up?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job in the Titanium mines. A safe and secure working environment.
I'm sure that's totally true.
Doesn't sound very safe. At least not as safe as being a courier.
I mean, you travel lots of places, so your line of work is actually kind of dangerous.
To keep the titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. Even if you struck a person with it, it wouldn't so much as leave a scratch.
There we go. There we go. It's the pickaxe.
And in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor by a reputable organization. Even cats can do it.
I love that that's the qualification.
Never mind. I give up.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
Yep, you're stuck with Paimon now.
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing. Maybe one of the giant guards broke it down, so someone took it to perform a rapid resuscitation procedure.
Okay.
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique. Still, a missing pickaxe. Huh. Is it just me, Traveler, or does it seem kinda suspicious?
Very suspicious. Yeah, no, it's definitely looking like someone went in and bopped him. Whether it be, like, directly, or if they somehow were able to, time it just right and got him. I don't know. Is there something? Okay, there's gonna be something here.
There's
Potion.
a strange potion bottle here.
Oh, we're gonna find out what it does here. Okay.
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. It's just, I have to close early today.
Why do you have to close early?
A bottle of growth serum has gone missing.
There, that explains
If
that.
someone's stolen it with the intention of harming others, the consequences could be disastrous. There's a whole investigation into it, so I gotta close the shop while I do an inventory count. If it turns out I'm wrong and I miscounted, I could be charged with filing a false report and disturbing the peace.
I mean, I don't think you were filing a false claim. I think you were actually correct. Unfortunately. Here goes nothing.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
If it was the pickaxe, Cafe sure is lucky it's not still lodged in his head.
Actually, you're
Yeah.
wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of pickaxe is designed not to damage titanium, so it couldn't cause any superficial damage to residents here.
Exactly.
But you could probably knock someone out if you hit them hard enough, and it wouldn't leave a scratch. Let's take this back to the crime scene and replay it one more time.
Yep.
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet at Cape's house?
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget that.
What's this about? What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say you're a dirty liar.
We thought the way Cape fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't show up when we replayed it. Now we've retrieved it, we were gonna replay it again. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, I just remembered I forgot to turn off the clockwork switch in my kitchen.
Sure you did.
I think I'll just,
Oh, no, you stay right there.
Yep, time to replay this scene. We found evidence, bitch.
We should be good now.
Okay, let's find out. Haha, haha. I knew it. Anyways, let's watch as this scene unfolds. Does he just fucking eat it?
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them.
Whoa! Holy shit! That aim! And maybe he can argue strength, but the growth serum, like I know he didn't grow there, but it does make you stronger. Is it possible? I don't know.
So you're the attacker!
Yeah, seems like it.
So, it was you!
I would congratulate you for cracking the case, but since I did such an abysmal job of covering my tracks, didn't exactly have your work cut out for you.
Well, I mean, you were acting suspicious as fuck, too.
So, all I can say is... catch me if you can!
Get him! He has stubby legs! Get him! Come on! Oh, fuck. No! How is he escaping?
That's it. Let me at him.
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromancer in boots who
Get
ran off
him!
in pursuit of the poor
Get
minion.
him! Ah! He has cheats! Oh, I fucked up! I'm an idiot. Oh, hold on. What? That doesn't count? Okay. Well, while I, let him get away for free. That is not the F. Go, go, go. Go, go!
The minion's poor
Yeah.
little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath.
Uh-huh.
Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down.
Your lower back can suffer.
By this point, the Necromancer in boots was gasping for air.
I didn't even
Minion
realize
was puffing and puffing, even more.
it's just us two.
But we'll ignore that.
Get over here.
Not. Don't underestimate the gold level courier of the Komania Express.
Yeah, you're the only one tired here. Oh, I timed that perfectly.
A characteristically catty response from the Necromancer. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
We're not bullying. Oh my.
Some steam.
Oh.
You fell into my trap. In fact, all the glue in this world is created by me, using my narrator powers. I make it and the residents just gather what they need.
Interesting. Let me move.
Rats. Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but wait, I'm...
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb. Up the wall.
You're fucking up words now, dude.
Tall wall.
Oh my
Began
gosh.
his long climb up the
I'm
tall
scared.
Do you call that a tall wall? An urgent neck...
I'm beat. I surrender.
That's what you get, dude. Man.
You've got nowhere left to run.
All right. I confess.
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not.
Huh?
Time to come clean.
Yeah?
I'm the narrator. The one who's been guiding you all
Yes.
this time.
Shock. My mind is blown. No, I figured.
Okay. I guess my voice acting skills have some room for improvement. Anyway, I only did what I did because...
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
Paimon, let's hear the story before we question.
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation, and I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate.
Okay, so you're like very conscious of the fact. Okay.
I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe that fairy tales are just fictional stories and nothing more.
Very true.
The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the goddess of fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked best.
And so she just put them all in.
Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one.
That sounds like a cat.
The goddess of fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
That's one way to handle it.
Who would have thought? But what does any of this have to do with what you did?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction? The only reason the 3 great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they'd learned the truth, it might make them curious enough to investigate further.
It was a lot to find out at once, so maybe give them time, but...
But as it turned out, they just accepted it and carried on living the same old lives. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to make them uncomfortable with the superficial explanation that they took at face value. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here, are we real?
Oh.
Okay.
That's my full confession. Time for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement. I definitely deserve half a day. Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape, Bobarano, and Albizzi, if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly by the ancestors of the 3 clans. If the 3 of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to remove it by themselves.
I figured as much, yeah. That it wasn't very hard for us, so it probably just needed teamwork from them.
Over all these years, not once have they ever tried removing it together.
Oh, my poor
Oh.
child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole time.
Ah! Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you? Your voice acting's actually pretty good.
Kirara, no, it's not the detective. Though, if it was...
The reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. Perhaps they simplify good and evil, and perhaps they hide the darkness in metaphors. But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be. And by extension, you and your compatriots are also real.
I mean, you got this far getting them to question it. Would you really have been able to do that otherwise?
Goddess! Is it really you?
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before. But now you wish to break free from the story. And there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my
I'm
echo.
so sorry. It helps, okay? Just bear with it.
Necromora!
I'm so sorry.
Just... your echo?
Oh, poor detective.
We know the truth about what happened at the end, though. She's no longer with us, so...
So... we are a part of the real world, too.
You led the surrendered detective back to Cape. So we need a shot of the crime scene for evidence, a mug shot of the suspect for the records, and a photo of the heroes for posterity. The guard molded over. 3 photos is overkill. Let's just get one big group photo at the crime scene. Suspect, try and look more serious. Heroes, more natural, please. Happy smiles, but no smiling for the victim or their friends and family. Thank you. No, don't get up. Stay on the ground. We need to capture the crime scene as is. 3, 2, 1, say cheese. That is amazing. Weirdest photo experience of my life. I don't know. It seems amazing to me. I've seen that photo. That's why I kept coming back to this.
My head's spinning. Albizzi just gave me a quick rundown of the situation. So you caught the detective?
Yep, we managed to catch him.
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered. Oh, and he asked us to pass on a message.
You tell the 3 about the rest of what happened, and that they could have removed the Great Clockwork Key if they just worked together.
Does he really think we didn't try that? 'Cause we did. After 6 months in that place.
It took you guys 6 months to try?
Ah, that was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea at the time, so I didn't really exert myself.
Oh. Boberano, oh my god.
I also sort of stopped trying after 3 years.
I'm so sorry, Kape. You know what? I was sitting here being angry at you, Kape. It turns out I should have been angry at the other 2 more. I'm sorry.
Never mind. I'm partly to blame as well. On the second attempt,
I take back my
tugged the key
apology.
and pretended like I was pulling as hard as I could.
I take it back.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
I'm not questioning it anymore.
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the goddess of fate at the end?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
On my phone.
There is a world beyond our own after all.
Yep.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise, I got bashed in the back of the head for nothing.
That is accurate, though.
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree we should go. And not invite the detective. Just to annoy him.
I mean, that's fair, but also you guys were annoying him probably the whole time,
But
too.
maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any reason to doubt that we're real. If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Cape and Albizzi, weren't real, oh, I'd be devastated.
Look at them. Civil at the end there. What? After everything has come to an end, it's time to spare a thought. A deal with the crickets. Okay. Fuck. Two days later. Is this something I have to do right now? It's 23 hours. Fuck. Maybe it is. Let's just do it here. Come on, guys. Let's find out what happens with the key at the very end. You know, it's only right that we figure it out, right? I just don't have time, man. I always think these are going to be short, and then they're not. Sorry, guys. You have to deal with me. It's 2 a.m. now. Insanity and exhaustion's mildly kicking in. You have to live with me.
Time to go.
Okay, is it faster to TP? It is. Oh, gosh. Okay. Back to the caves. Okay.
Time to go.
Time to go.
Let's go, Kazuha. Can I sit in the middle seat now? There's no more glue, so I think it's safe. Yeah, it's officially done now that there's no glue there. Ah, it's not voiced. Well, I hate to cut it off here now that you know, we get to find out the secrets at the end. But I will admit I am not going to be able to sit here and properly read all this out loud to you all. So I'm going to call it. I could probably sit here and possibly give more thoughts and details, but I'm kind of dying down energy wise. This is the first thing I've recorded in like a week. I don't know. It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a week since I've recorded anything, so I'm a little out of it. But I will admit, this was really fun. I didn't know what to expect from Kirara's little separate side quest into this main story. I really wish I got to it back when I was, you know, healthier and, you know, a little bit more energetic. But I do think, you know, at the end of the day, this was all super fun and cool. And, you know, oh, well, if that was literally it, then damn. We did it. Look at us go. I was reading while talking, by the way. Yeah, it just repeats now. But no, it's a fun little quest. Obviously, if the Mona curse, Mona domain curse didn't kick in, this probably would have been a little bit faster.
Follow the wind.
But at the end of the day, I think it was all good. I've really enjoyed this summer event. I've played through it another time, almost a third time, on my other accounts. I have too many accounts, guys. And genuinely, the summer events are always my favorite. Would I be able to rank them? Probably not, because they're all different and featuring a different cast. So, you know, they all are special to me in their own ways. But, like, they are still some of my favorites. I think sometimes I like them more than Lantern Rite. But don't get me wrong, I fucking love Lantern Rite. It's just, I think, because I started playing Genshin during the very first Golden Apple. So I think that's why I have such an attachment to, like, you know, the Golden Apple summer events. It's just in my nature to like them now. And it could just be, like, warm nostalgia and just the context and, like, emotions they draw out when they do these quests. But anyways, I will have to end it here. I hope you all have an amazing day or night, whenever the heck you're watching this. And, yeah, I'm sorry about energy being kind of dull. But let me know your thoughts on this quest, you know, because I don't know if I always properly showed it, but I was actually having a fucking blast. And, I'm so sad to see this go, but I'm also super excited for Natlin. And if I have the energy, I might be streaming later today, possibly. But if I'm not streaming, I might actually finally watch the 5.0 live stream. So I'll be able to get clued into the hype that's waiting for me once the update is live. But yeah, hope you have a great day. I'll see you all. Bye-bye.